Here from quantlabs.net. Today I wanted to go over what's looking to be one of my two sets of technical indicators that I'll use for entry. Now, it's not just these two indicators that I'm going to use, but there's going to be a combination of calculating net positioning on a global basis on longs and shorts put out by non-commercial entities found on the Commitment of Trader reports from the CFTA, I believe, and there you can calculate these pivot moments of when professional money will be in and out of order flow. That's only on a weekly basis, but I'm trying to still time it with a more advanced, more granular level, but only on the technical level I want to show you this. So this is a typical, you're looking at the J4X from Dukascopy. So here's the Euro US dollar, standard price line. Obviously the markets are closed on a Saturday. So this is a 1 week chart. So a couple of indicators I'm going to add in here. The first one is support and resistance. Support and resistance right here. So what we're looking for on a weekly level, actually let me break this down to maybe even an hourly level, or maybe a 4 hour. This is half a day. So here, just understand that you cannot use combination of different time periods. So if you're looking at a long-term view, meaning like outside of day trading, weekly, hourly, maybe monthly or daily is what you'll do. But in this case, we're looking at 4 hour. So what we're looking for are different trends to look for. But everything in technical analysis seems to be done in threes. So here we have three support resistant positions. But the problem is that we cannot, I mean, you could confirm a trend here, but when you look historically at this, we have 1, 2, 3, and then this one, which goes to here. So everything kind of usually universally is done 1, 2, always done in threes. So when I'm saying threes, it'll be like choppiness, and then there's a break usually. That seems to be a potential trend universally. It doesn't matter what time period. So if I look at it on even a, let's say a 5 minute chart, or let's say a 5 minute chart. So 1, 2, 3, and it seems to break up. So even if we look at 1, 2, 3, the reason everything's done seems to be done in threes is just to confirm a few things. The magnitude of the last move of an upward or a downward movement. So that's primarily what I'm going to use support and resistance for. Generally, question is at what time period if I'm going to do this on a intraday. Now, from what I'm seeing, usually the suggested is 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Okay, this combination to confirm just magnitude of the next up, and what you're looking for are breakout periods, so that you can calculate, yes, there's choppiness in something like this, and there is a downward movement, but then it can go back up. Now, that's why you cannot use these methodologies for just using support and resistance alone to confirm trading patterns and timing positions. It just doesn't work. The markets are too random. So essentially you have to find combinations that work. So when you look at the support and resistance of, let's say, 5 minute data, and then we start adding my next indicator, which would be basically a moving average, or sorry, a simple moving average. Now, simple moving average of 200 might be a little too long for time period. So if we factor in, let's say, a 5 minute period and try to do, I don't know, I'm just randomly guessing here. This is not the final the final set of parameters, but these are just experiments that I'm going to use. So if I pull up a calculator, what we want is, so there's, the markets will trade for 24 hours, right? 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, from Sunday morning till Friday night. So if I go 24 hours divided by 5 for 5-minute data, maybe my time period, the parameters should be, let's say, set to 5 instead of 200. So let's see what happens if I set this to 5 minutes, or to simple 5. So you can see here, and then I need to change that color as well. Okay, so let me just change that to a different color. So we're going to change it to, I don't know, red. So we have a trend up. Actually, so we'll do this. Trend up is green, and then we'll do a downtrend of red. Okay. So not shifting or anything wonky like that. Okay, let's see what happens here. So you can see here, with the support and resistance on a 5-minute chart, 5-minute, or an SMA set at 5, the question becomes, can I see any trends with this? Probably not. So right here, the SMA picks up the uptrend. So you can see it's green here, and then this is a good time because we have support resistance here, and then to here, and then back down. So we got 1, 2, 3. So again, if I move this over, go 1, 2, 3. These are hard to time alone, just on this SMA versus the support and resistance. So if I add in, let's say, one more indicator, this time I'm going to add in an SMA, but a different time period. There we go. So simple moving average. Now time period we set at 5, so we want a slower one as well. So let's say if we want to measure a 15-minute, how many 15 minutes do we have in a 24-hour period? So if I go, so maybe, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing these calculations wrong. Okay, so we want, so we have 4 15-minute periods over an hour. So if we go 24, so let's say we want to set this at 96. This is the slow moving one. Okay, so we're going to change this color as well. Okay, we're going to add output. Let's just see what this indicates. So 5 minute, and then I'm going to change this guy to okay, so we have 5 minutes times how many, so we have 5, my math is bad, so we have 5 periods in an hour. So 60 divided by 5 is 12 times 24. So that's 288. Is that right? So let's try that, I guess. So we'll change this to 288. Okay, so we have 288. So what we're looking for across is here. So we have a cross here, We're just looking for anything. Okay, so I want to make sure. So we have a 5-minute chart on a 288, a 5-minute, and a 15-minute time, a moving average intraday. Okay, so we have that. Let me see. Let me just see if we can find any crosses. So this cross doesn't mean a lot. So we have another cross here. Like these crosses don't mean a lot at this point. Here's another one. Yeah, let me just check out the 15-minute chart if we can find any crosses. No, a lot of these crosses. Yeah, these don't mean a lot, but let me try the 1 minute. I don't see any significance out of these crosses. But the idea here is to help time these combinations, but you would also watch other factors as well. The other one that might be useful is open interest on your bid and ask on the tick level. So I'm kind of working on that, as well as the third one would be there's the technicals, there's the COT report, and then there can be a third one as well, but that is more based on timing with price actions. So that's to set your soft target and your stop loss as well. So it's a combination of these at an intraday level. So still working on it. Just thought I'd put this out there, see if anybody has anything to respond with, but let me know later.